Hey friends, it's Corey from Hey Let's Make Stuff. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about the new Cricut Joy 2. This machine was just released last week. I went to Michael's, I bought it for myself, and in this video, we're going to talk all about how it is different from the original Cricut Joy and what you can make with it. I also got myself the new Cricut Explore 5. I will be doing a full review on that in a separate video. So this is the new Cricut Joy 2, and you can see that it really doesn't look anything like its predecessor. This is a full redesign, and it has some really great upgrades. I picked up the Essentials bundle at my local Michael's, and I think this is going to be the bundle that most people get. There are larger bundles available, and you can also buy the machine with just a handful of things on the Cricut website at some point. It's not available yet. But I think this Essentials bundle is going to be what most people end up with. It's what they're selling at Michael's, and it comes with a lot of stuff. I have been reviewing Cricut machines since the original Cricut Explore, so this is 12 years of reviewing Cricuts, and I think that this is the most that has ever come in a, bundle that I think everybody's gonna get versus one that only some people might sort of upgrade to. So let's take a look at what came in the box. So of course we have our adorable little Cricut Joy 2 here. It came with the blade installed in the housing. I'm gonna talk about blades here in a little bit. It also came with a bunch of tools. So we have a scraper, we have a spatula, we have a weeding tool, and then we also have a scoring tool, which is new for Cricut Joy. So the original Cricut Joy did not have scoring capabilities, but this one does, and it comes with the scoring tool. Then we also have a dual-sided marker. Again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about these markers here in a bit. We have a full-size trimmer. Now, I use these all the time, so I'm actually really excited to have another one. Actually, I have two more because I also got one with my Cricut Explore 5. I really love that it came with a full-size paper trimmer because you do need to trim things down for the smaller machines. So it makes sense to have that paper trimmer. They also gave us sort of a papery plastic ruler, which honestly I'm probably gonna throw away because I have so many better rulers. It also came with two mats. So we have our kind of longer light grip Cricut mat here. This is really good for paper, and we have a Cricut card mat so we can make cards right out of the box. Additionally, we have a ton of supplies here. So we have some cards that we can use with that card mat. We have some smart iron-on, some transfer tape, some smart vinyl, some printable vinyl, keep that in mind, and we have some cardstock. So really, this is a lot for that $139, and I think that the price point is really good on this machine. The setup for this machine was pretty easy. This machine is Bluetooth only. This does not have a USB cable, so if your Bluetooth connections can be kind of dicey, this might not be the machine for you, but I was able to connect it perfectly on the first try and make my test cut. And then it wouldn't connect again. And I spent quite a bit of time trying to get it to connect. Finally, I just restarted my computer, and that allowed me to connect easily, and I've been able to connect since. So if you're having issues, maybe just restart your computer. Restarting the machine didn't work, finding it in my Bluetooth drop-down didn't work, but restarting my computer did. Now let's talk about how this machine differs from the original Cricut Joy. So of course, this has had a full outer redesign. This doesn't look anything like that original Cricut Joy with the door. We have sort of an open concept case. I really like the two-tone color on here. They do make it in pink, which is what I would have preferred. I mean, I love this teal, but the pink one is so cute. So if you're thinking about getting pink, it's available at some point. But I don't know if I love the open concept design, and that is because I have a Bernese Mountain Dog, and his hair is everywhere, and I feel like this is just a little bit more of a dust magnet. I really like how it looks, and I think it's really cute, but I am a little bit worried about how much I'm going to actually have to clean inside the machine, which I don't have to do with my current Joy because it just folds up. I just dust the top. So that is something that, even though I think this machine is freaking adorable, I am a little bit worried about the open concept design. I also mentioned before that this has a scoring tool. So the original Cricut Joy couldn't put enough pressure in the blade to actually use the scoring tool properly, so they didn't have a scoring tool, but this one comes with a scoring tool. You don't even have to go out and buy it, and it fits in that same housing as the blade. Speaking of blades, this is another upgrade that I think is trying to make things easier for newer Cricut users. I'm not sure I like it, but one thing they've done now is that all the new blades come in the housing, right? So instead of changing out blades inside the housing, you're just gonna buy a whole new housing and blade. I don't love this because I feel like it's just more plastic waste. It's not recyclable. And so I think it is easier, but I also feel like it is more wasteful. I do wish they had done one small thing with the Cricut Joy 2 that they did with the Cricut Explore 5, which I have over there, and that is that they have labels on the top of their blades. So you are able to see like, this is the fine point blade, or this is the scoring tool. We don't actually have that on here. The blade itself has kind of an open handle and the scoring tool doesn't. That's really the big difference. Of course, you can just look at them and tell the difference, but I kind of like that the other ones are labeled. Then, in my humble opinion, the best upgrade on this is that you can do print then cut. The original Cricut Joy did not do print then cut, and you know, it was a great machine, but if you can also use your home printer to make things like stickers and tags and all sorts of other things, especially small things, that really, really increases the number of things you can make with this machine. I've already made a couple projects using the print then cut, and I have to say, I didn't even have to calibrate it. It just did it perfectly the first time. But speaking of things that didn't work well the first time, this is my test cut. This is the test cut I did when I first got my machine out, and the cut itself, fabulous. However, the rollers really kind of messed up the corners of my vinyl here. Obviously, it didn't matter to my project. I don't think it's gonna matter to any other project that I make, but it kind of clamped down, or, you know, I don't even know what the right word here is. It basically just like messed up the corners of my vinyl here. I wish that hadn't happened, because this was my first experience with this machine, and I was like, oh, I guess it's like, it feels like the rollers almost have too much pressure and it smushed the vinyl a little bit. But other than that, I mean, my cut was great, and that's all that really matters. The rest of this is gonna be trash. Well, this much is gonna be trash anyway. But yeah, not my favorite. Now let's talk about this machine and sort of kind of compare it to Cricut's other products that they've had in the past. Now, it's no secret that people have had a lot less money over the last few years. And I think Cricut has had to pivot a little bit. They have always been like the high-end Apple iPhone of the crafting world, right? The machines have always been made with super high quality materials, really nice, very fancy. This feels just a little bit lighter and a little bit more plastic. And I think it was probably Cricut's decision to pivot a little bit and try and make things cheaper for their customers, which I think is a really good move, because I don't have a lot of extra money to spend right now. You probably don't have a lot of extra money to spend right now. So if you can craft for less money, that's really great. I also think that Cricut is moving more toward sort of compatibility, and that is really great for users as well as them for a company. If they are making fewer of one thing that works in more ways, that's just lowering their manufacturing costs. So for example, they have redesigned the Cricut pen, and they have made it double-sided, which I love. So now you have a marker on one end and a pen on the other end, and they will work basically in all the machines. If you need an adapter, the adapter will come in the box, but I like this that they're moving toward, like, you don't have to get this pen for this specific machine. These pens will work in all of our machines. That makes much more sense, and then they only have to produce one type of pen versus having to produce a type of pen for each type of machine, which is very confusing and more expensive to make. Speaking of compatibility, this is the cord that came with my machine here. So we have sort of this brick piece here, and then we have the plug piece here, and you just kind of put it in here, let's see, and snap it in. I think this is because they can now just make this piece here, and depending on what country you live in, you're gonna get a different piece here. So if you're in the UK, or if you're in, you know, South America, your plug doesn't look like our plug. You're just gonna get this piece here and a different piece here, which again, reduces manufacturing costs and simplifies what they need to do. But with that simplification, do I feel like this is a cheap machine? I don't actually. I actually really like this machine. I don't mind that it's all plastic. I like that it's a little bit lighter. Like, I could literally just put this in my purse and take it with me for like a crafternoon or something. It's very light, it's very easy to transport. It still feels very Cricut-y. It still feels well made. It probably just doesn't have quite the same, you know, metal pieces that the old machines had. Let's go ahead and make a project. I'm gonna be making a card using one of these card inserts because I wanna show you what you can make right out of the box. Again, we have so many other materials here that you can play with. Get your feet wet if you've never used a Cricut before you go out and buy more materials, but we're gonna start by making a card. Now you can see here that all I have is my little Cricut. I have the Cricut card mat, and I have one of the insert cards here. So I have the outer card. This little insert is gonna go behind. We're gonna cut out a design here on the front, and then I have the envelope that came with it. Here I am in Cricut Design Space, and I'm just gonna choose this floral thank you insert card. This has already been made for us, really easy to use. So it pops up the new screen here. I'm just going to click Make It. This takes us to this card screen. Looks good to me. I'm gonna click Continue. I'm gonna choose my Insert Card cardstock. It's basically the only option here. I have my fine point blade loaded, and I'm going to show you how to insert the mat into the machine to start. Now, like I said, we have our two parts here. So we are going to insert our card into the Cricut Joy card mat here. Now, this is different than any other card mat. It has like two pieces. So it has this front piece and this back piece. I'm going to slide the back of our card between the two layers up until it meets there. And then, oops, I forgot, I have to take this off. That leaves us with a sticky mat front here, and I'm going to close here. Then I can insert my mat into my Cricut here. And it will cut my project. So now our card has been cut. I don't know if you can see that in the overhead, but how do we get it off this mat? Now, normally if you want to remove cardstock from a mat, I'm going to say turn it over and peel the mat away from your project. This is a little bit harder with this mat because it's pretty thick. It's pretty chunky up on top. So I have found that using the spatula and bending the mat a little bit have been my best method of getting the card off. So we're going to slide our spatula in here, and we're going to carefully lift up our card here. Now you're going to have a lot of pieces left on the mat, and that's totally fine. This is also a brand new mat. I didn't like prime it or anything, so it's going to be extra sticky. But we can go ahead and do that. You don't want to pull this way with your cardstock because it will 100% bend and rip. So we'll just continue to carefully pry this up until our card is off. All right, once you have prized it away, you can pull this piece out. So this is the card itself. I ripped a little bit, that was completely my bad. But overall it's pretty good. You have all the pieces left on the sticky mat here. This is where the scraper comes in really handy, and you can just kind of scrape them off. Normally I will put this over my knee and scrape it directly into the trash can, but this is kind of a place where this tool comes in very handy. So now we have our card here, and we will use our insert card behind this. So we're going to open it up and just use these little slots on the corners for our insert card. Let's see, just like this. It will fit, it's just kind of a tight fit so it doesn't fall out. There we go. So then when you turn it over, you have your insert card. What I like to do a lot of times is actually put a little spray glue on the back of the front card so that I can kind of press it down and it doesn't pop up. But overall, this is an insert card, super easy to make. If you are like, oh my gosh, I have a birthday I need to go to today and I didn't get a card, make a card. It's so much easier, so much less expensive, and it's handmade, so it's really cute. So really, it all comes down to whether or not I would recommend this machine. And this machine, yes, I would recommend it over the original Cricut Joy. I think that the upgrades are big upgrades. The fact that you can now score projects, which means you can make more folded paper projects, and the fact it has print then cut make this such a better buy. I also love that the price is so much lower. Even though I do feel like the quality of the materials is not as premium as they were before, they're still really nice. This machine feels sturdy, it doesn't feel cheap, and at that lower price point, I think more people are going to be able to craft. Now, do I recommend the Cricut Joy overall? Yes, I do think it is very limited by the size. If you just want to make little cards like the one we made, tags, little stickers, small labels, those sorts of things, fantastic machine. But if you want to make something larger, you're probably going to want to upgrade to maybe the Cricut Joy Extra or a full-size Explore. And that is because this really is limited by the cutting size. It's 4.5 inches on a mat, 5 inches on matless materials, and that can be pretty small. That being said, you can make a lot of projects on this little machine. So if you are new to Cricut and you're like, maybe I'm gonna bite the bullet, this is really well priced, I think this is a really great starter machine, and I would go with this machine even if you can find that original Cricut Explore really cheap right now. I think you can, just because this has more capabilities. But if you're thinking, no, I need to upgrade to a larger machine, definitely stay tuned. Later this week, I'm going to have a review of the Cricut Explore 5. That is the newest Cricut Explorer that launched on the same day as this machine, and I will let you know if I think that machine is worth the purchase. I hope you found my review of the Cricut Joy 2 helpful in your buying decisions. If you have any questions or want to know more or something I didn't cover, please let me know down in the comments. If you've already purchased this machine or you're thinking about it, I would love to know what you think about this new body design. It's very different from anything that Cricut has put out before, and I'm just curious about what you think. If you found this video helpful, again, please give it a like, follow my channel for more Cricut content. I'll see you next time.